Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome back or welcome to The Hawk. My name is Lana Zielinski, and I work in the spirit dimensions. And as always, in all my videos, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. I just want to welcome you all to the live feed tonight. I'm very excited to be here. I love my time with spirit and chatting and coming on and doing these lives. And tonight I'm going to be talking about ways to connect with spirit. I'm going to dive in a little bit about my mediumship and kind of a bit of the story on how I got here and how things have changed with my mediumship. Welcome. It's good to see everyone coming in. Good to see you. Hi. I'm so excited. I always get so excited when I see people coming on. It's great. I will be going through the feeds and the questions 100%. I just thought I would just chit chat a little bit. I am going to leave it as an open form for Q&A on anything about spirit dimensions or spirit or any questions. I'm also willing to do a little bit of channeling tonight. Let's tap into the angelics. Let's see if we've got any spirit peeps that come through. Good to see everyone coming. So one of the questions that I get, and I will promise, I see the questions popping up on the screen, and I promise I'm gonna get through a few of them very, very shortly. But good to see everyone coming in. Yay! Thank you, welcome. One of the big questions that I get a lot, both on the channel and in life in general, is how can we sit in the power with spirit? How can I connect to the spirit dimensions? So a little bit of Spirit 101. I do have a couple of videos up on the channel here that are in detail as well, and you're welcome to go back and listen to them. But first and foremost, we are all connected to source energy. Source energy being whatever you connect that with, whether it be God or Jesus or Buddha or source energy or a higher power. We're all connected there. From a very young age, I was aware of that connection, and I, had the imaginary friends, and I was always very much aware. And the older I became, the more uncertain I was on what was going on with me. And there was a time span in my life where I was just aware, had my own private chit chats with spirit, connected with my guides all the time, and I think a lot of fear was wrapped up in a lot of that. What will people think? And as I went through my 20s, then I really wasn't sure if I was ready to stand in my truth and my power. So yeah, for a little while, I hid behind that. I went into nursing, a wonderful nursing career of over 25 years. And I went into nursing to learn more with spirit. People pass in hospitals and in healthcare settings, and I was able to learn a lot more about the dying process and being able to work with the medical mediumship side of me and being able to help navigate what tests need to be ordered, and it was wonderful. And I just kept working on it. I just kept working and connecting. And one of the things with mediumship, you guys can all connect to the angelics. You can all connect to your people who have passed or that are over in the spirit dimensions. The key to unlocking that, the biggest gift you can give yourself when it comes to understanding, is the trust. Most people go, yeah, but what if it's in my head? And what if I'm making it up? And what if this? And what if that? And what if dark? And what if it's about just being able to trust is the biggest gift you can give yourself if you want to connect to people who've passed or sit with the angelics. That is the biggest piece. I've said it in many of my videos. I trust the spirit dimensions much more than I trust the physical world. That is how my trust has grown. I've grown that with the spirit dimensions over the years. And I teach that with my mentoring students. You got to trust. You just got to let go of the physical world conditioning and the stories that we kind of been telling ourselves over the years, and just kind of trust and allow. I also surround myself in the highest power of white light, and that is the space that I work in. You just have to call it forward. Surrounding myself with white light, calling forward the higher ascended masters, angels and guides, archangels, whatever resonates with you. Some people really connect with crystals. Some people, can wear crystals that are good for protection and just kind of protect and sitting in the light. Being able to quiet your mind. If you want to connect to the spirit dimensions, you can't be up here worrying about what's for supper and what's going on and what's in the news feeds and what's on social media. You got to be able to quiet your mind. And simply starting a relationship with the spirit dimensions. I want to get to know my angels and guides. Please sit with me. My loved ones over in the spirit dimensions. I just want to have a chit chat and just kind of get you caught up. Just those little conversations. It may feel silly in the beginning. You may be, well, it feels like I'm talking to myself. I feel like I'm this and I feel like that. It's just about trusting. And that's the doorway into being able to feel and sense and to be able to get more spirit signs. People always say to me, but I don't get spirit signs. And I say, well, are you open to receive them? And they're like, well, it's just a bird, or it's just a dime, or it's just a song, or it's just a smell. That's the spirit dimensions. You just have to lean in and trust it. Just lean in there and trust it. The angelics, people will often say to me, well, you hear them and see them. Yeah, but sometimes I just know. Sometimes that voice comes that I hear, the spirit whispers. I did a video on that recently. Yeah, spirit whispers. And sometimes I do hear it in my ear, but I often feel it in my gut. I just know. I just know the answer. I just feel it in my gut muscle, that intuitive muscle. That is your higher self. And that is also the angelics. And yes, people who have passed, you can feel that and hear that. I just know that this is what my mom or my dad or my loved one wants me to do. I just know it. It's just a knowing. It's about trusting and not questioning it. I don't question anything with spirit, and I've had such an incredible journey staying in that alignment of just trusting and allowing. And there's some really cool videos coming up. I'm really excited. I will not give any spoiler alerts, but my level of trust in some of these videos is just, you can see it. It's profound. I don't have to have validation. I just have to trust and allow. Giving up then the need to know if I'm right. What if I'm wrong? And what if I'm this? And what? Just lean in there and trust. Ooh, I've got some dead people coming in, by the way. We're going to be talking to spirit tonight. So with that being said, if there's questions about mediumship, you're more than welcome. Now is a really good time to post your questions. I'm happy to answer them in openly and honestly here on the forum. I do need my glasses because I cannot see the questions and comments. So I do need my glasses here. Okay, so Lily, thank you so much for doing this. My name is Remy. I'm wondering if my sister Chloe was around. She passed away from leukemia last year at 26. She's my best friend. I miss her so much. Okay, Remy, so I'm just going to kind of lean in. I do have to lean in. One thing that I'm very clear on is I wish I did, but I don't have a phone line up. So what I do is I just simply ask. And what happens is I start getting things that come through. So Remy, if you can just answer a few things while I'm channeling that resonate to you, things that resonate to you, because the first thing that I'm seeing is a lot of heart shapes. So do you find like heart-shaped rocks or heart-shaped clouds? She's showing me everything that's heart-shaped, either a heart-shaped necklace. She just keeps going like that with heart-shaped. She's also showing me the number 6, so either the 6th of a month or the 6th month, which is June, or a family of 6. She's got the number 6 showing for me. She also has the number 4 being April, significant anniversary, birthday, or passing, or the 4th of a month. She's also going like this. She's very into dates and times. There's also a reference to the month of March or the number 3, the 3rd of a month. She's also telling me that she likes to push you from behind to go forward in life. She's a bit of a jokester for me as far as the spirit goes. I also feel her sense of humor here in the living world. When she was here, I feel like she had a big sense of humor or that big laugh. I just want to laugh. I feel very bright. I feel like I am just a light when I walk into a room. She's talking about a few things, Remy. Number 1, she wants you to very much know that she's very much okay. I have this feeling of worry from you. If you're worried that she's okay or where she's at, she's very much okay over in the spirit dimensions. She's also pointing that she spends a lot of time here in the physical world, and she's pushing you forward to live your best life. Very much like a cheerleader for me. I don't know if she was a very supportive person in the living realms, but when she from the spirit dimensions, she's like a personal cheerleader for you and cheering you on and cheering you on. Remy, do any of those, I'm just going to scroll down really quick. If just Remy for a moment can just answer a question. March is my, okay, oh, beautiful. So just Lily Mack or Remy for a moment, okay? This works really well when I just have the person that I'm channeling for respond. So March is my older sister's birthday. June is mine. Oh my God. Yes, she had the biggest smile. She was so supportive on earth. I love the validation that I know that I'm channeling because I need to know that I'm channeling the right person. So if everybody just holds on for just a moment while I finish up here with Remy, then we'll get back to some questions. It just helps me being able to answer the questions. So Remy, what she's showing me is I need you to just kind of keep your eye open and aware for heart-shaped items. She's leaving you heart-shaped items. I mean, you don't have to like scope the ground out everywhere you go, but just kind of watch for heart-shaped rocks. It's rocks for me and clouds big time. Just kind of keep your head up and looking for rocks and clouds. I also need to turn up the music in life for you. She's talking about turning up the music, and it's almost like she puts like my hair up like this for me. And it's like kind of like put your hair in the wind and have a great time. I need to turn up the volume of life. She's pushing you to live life, follow your dreams, get your feet moving. She wants that for you big time, big time. And she cranks, like she's literally turning the music up. My entire family looks for heart shape. I love your sister so much. She's very clear and very, very, very on spot with how she communicates. She's blowing kisses. She's going to step back. She wants you to know how loved you are. Before she goes, she wants to talk about September. There's something significant with September. There's something significant. I think it's a current plan, and she keeps pushing currently. This made my life. Oh, bless your heart. I need to know about September. Do you have plans in September, or is there something really significant in September? She needs. I think there's plans. She keeps saying, I'll see you in September. There's something with September, and I'll just let you kind of sift that and sort that what that feels like. But I think there's something coming up. She keeps putting me more in the present rather than the past moment with that. Much love to you, Miss Remy. Thank you so much. You all did very well with just letting our conversations go with the text messaging or the chat, I guess, went back and forth. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And Remy, you did really good with answering your validation. It's good to see everyone. Will my baby come back to me in my next pregnancy? Okay, so this is a really beautiful question. And I first I just need to say to you, I need my awareness is all over the place with little orbs. I keep seeing little orbs floating around you. This baby in the spirit dimension is sending orbs. Watch your camera roll or your phone. Watch for pictures with little orbs. There's a big difference between lighting. You can tell when it's just lighting and when you can tell when there's just orbs. And I see that orb dancing around your head quite a bit. I feel that with the baby that didn't stay in the physical world, I don't feel that particular soul coming back at this time, but I do feel a new soul that's coming in that does connect to your soul family. The baby that didn't stay in the physical world is very much part of your soul family, and you will reconnect with that soul again when you go up to the spirit dimensions. I feel it very separate. I feel that baby's soul only needed this much time into the physical world to complete their soul contract. And I feel you on this topic, sweetie. I truly do. I've walked that path. I've got a few beautiful spirit babies. What a gift to be the temporary home for that little soul that only needed this much time for their soul to evolve. What a beautiful, I know it's hard. It's heartbreaking. It's hard to understand. But what a beautiful gift. And I do hope that answers your question. It was a beautiful question. And I'm sending you all my love. I'm really happy to be here live. Thanks so much. Arison Phoenix, I hope I pronounced your name right. another topic on this. So when I lean in here, Eris and Phoenix, I have to surround you in a beautiful healing light that that is filled with trust. I feel like trusting your body is where I need to direct you. I feel like and fair enough, I feel that you've just got to start just trusting your body. I can see you being very happy holding a baby. I can see it. And if I didn't see it, I would 100% tell you. I would probably message you privately and tell you that. But I do 100% see you completing this completing a pregnancy cycle. I just have to lean into spending some time, and I know this is going to sound a little bit odd, but I need you to spend some time talking to your body. I don't know if you've been struggling a little bit with guilt, or there's something wrong with me, or I just have to lift that off your shoulders a little bit, and I just have to kind of wrap you in a healing blanket of love and healing, and just trusting your body. I do send you so much love and light on that. And again, I do feel that that's going to come for you. I don't get a closed door with it. When I ask a question with spirit, if it's a yes, if it's a yes or no answer, what spirit will do is they will close a door, and they usually very gently will say, not this way, this lifetime. And sometimes, like, in spirit showed that for me, Eris, on my personal journey. It was, I mean, that's the reason why I died a couple times, was because of hemorrhaging with ectopic pregnancies. So when spirit showed me very clearly that door closing, not this lifetime, this way, that's how spirit would show me that for you. It would come in a very similar way. It's good to see everyone coming in. Pam, my sister-in-law passed away 6 weeks ago. Does she have any messages for me? Pam, I'm really in my chest with her. So I don't know if there was either a lung or a heart related issue, but I'm really feeling my lungs and my chest area with her. I also feel with her doves. She's showing me doves, and she's showing me a pair of doves, and there's also somebody with her in the spirit dimension that's either mother or mother figure, so mother or grandmother or someone that's like a mom, and she needs you to know that she's not alone. She's also talking to me at length about hearing people, about hearing the goodbyes, and about hearing. She's on me very loud and clear. I heard you, and I still hear you. She's doing this, that you're talking to her. She's very much aware that you're talking to her. She's also she's also thanking you for being there, but also thanking you for the friendship. She's thanking you for the friendship. She's also talking on how supportive and positive, not just now, but over the years, that you've always been. And it's not just with her, it's with other people. So Pam, I don't know if you're a big support person in the family, or if you support people on your journey, but she's talking about how supportive you are and what a loving heart. She does this about the heart, your heart always on your sleeve, Pam, about that's how you've lived your life. Your heart is always on your sleeve. And she's saying, don't ever change that. Always stay with that heart-centered space, and that beautiful vibration. She's talking about the beautiful energy that you put out to the universe. Bless you. Lotus, Nevermore. I'm really pulled to stop at your name for just a moment. Lotus, I feel a lot of opportunities and doors opening. I see a lot of bright light and doors opening. I don't know if you've been manifesting change, or if there's change right in front of you, or if you're going through some changes, Lotus, but I have to kind of, and it's not really me, it's actually a spirit guide that is very gently just nudging you to kind of trust. I have and this is kind of interesting, Lotus. There's a reference to about 3 months ago, a new guide coming forward from your spirit council, a guide coming forward to kind of help you navigate through some, and I feel quite excited. I don't know. there's got to be some change that you've been asking for, because I feel like you've been asking for either change or opportunity, because it's right there in front of you. And this guide that came through in the last 3 months, the last 3 months feels very significant for a shift, either a spiritual shift or something personal that shifted within you, because this guide has come forward to kind of help you navigate with that. And I just keep seeing you putting one foot in and one foot out, one foot in and one foot out. And that's okay. You're loved and supported as you kind of navigate through decisions. I also feel a lot of spiritual growth, like almost like I just feel like I'm on this escalator going up, 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 up with new growth. I'm not sure if you're taking courses or if you work in some kind of healing form, but I see you taking up, 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 up. You're just going up, and I think that's fantastic for you. Oops, what did I do here? I just minimized the screen. Sorry about that. Hey, Wesley, it's good to see you, darling. Joanna, when I kind of stop at your name there, Joanna, for a moment, I just feel this big presence. Either your husband was a big energy, or he had this big presence about him. He's also extremely grateful. He's thanking me. He's like thanking me for showing up here tonight and channeling. He's got this kindness of energy around him. He's also talking about the month of October, or the number 10. I've got to talk about the number 10. I also have to talk about a J reference, not your name. I know that, but there's another J reference, and it feels like a male connection. So either John or Jim, or Josh. There's another J connection. There's also a reference to a D name, and he's pointing down as living. He's drawing me a D. So, and Joanne, if you can kind of answer again with any kind of validation on what I'm saying to you. He's also talking about meeting you for coffee. He's sitting there. He's sitting there, and when I kind of tap into that, I'm sitting, and to the left of me is like, yeah, it's to the left, but I think it's across the room is a window, because I can see the light coming through the window. He's there sitting with you, and I feel it's in the morning. He's also talking to me at length about this. I don't know if he held your hand or if you were holding his hand when he passed, but he keeps rubbing my hand. He keeps doing this with my hand. He's actually playing with his hands quite a bit. He's also talking to me about the month of November, or the number 11 being significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. I also have something with my head. My head kind of hurts when I channel him. So I don't know if he had something with his head, or there's somebody with him did anybody pass of a stroke or an Alzheimer's or anything head related. I'm very aware of my head. He's also talking to me about he does this. So he does. Are there 3 kids and 2 are different than one, or is this a family of 2 here and he's gone? He's doing this, and I don't feel it's a month. I don't feel it's usually with the months they will stay like this for me, but he's doing this for me. I also have this. I'm also awake in the middle of the night. So I don't know if you're not sleeping, but I am definitely between the hours of 2 and 4 a.m. And he's trying to help you sleep. Bless his heart. I think he's also coming to you in dream time. So I don't know if you're waking up after dreaming of him, or if but he's definitely 100%. He's nodding that I'm visiting you in dream time. He's also showing me a taller dresser. I don't feel it really tall, but it is taller. There's something on the top of the dresser. I think there's 3 items that are spaced out almost in like a triangle form. He's trying to show me some items on top of a dresser. I hope that makes sense to you. And again, with the talking, he's definitely hearing you. He is sending spirit sign after spirit sign after spirit sign after spirit sign. He's like, I'm sending her all I got. I'm sending her coins. I'm sending her birds. I'm sending her smells. I'm sending you spirit signs. He's also very much very loving. He's also very loving. He's just like loving. And I'm not quite sure if do you have acid reflux, or did he have something with the stomach? I'm very aware of like acid reflux or a stomach issue as well. I'm just going to see if she's answering any of my questions here until I keep channeling. Okay, Lotus has. All right, thank you, Lotus, for your validation on that. I'll just give her a chance to answer that. But he's very much present, very much sending, oh dear, we have somebody sending some not nice stuff. So put user in the timeout. There we go. Okay, so that is the first time I've had somebody not very nice come into the feed, so I do apologize for that. I think I put that person on a timeout, so I do apologize. Okay, so that person just has something going on in their vibration. Okay, so let's just see where I'm at. I'm going to scroll back up. So Joanne, I do hope that resonates with you. He is sending so much love. Tiffany, I'd like to know if I have more than one spirit guide, and is there a message for me? So Tiffany, we all have a spirit council. On that council, just a little recap. On that council, we have multiple spirit guides, guardian angels, spirit animals, higher ascended masters that are assigned to us. So we all have more than one spirit guide. When it comes, and what they do is they come and go as we need them to, as we make decisions, as things happen in our life, they will come and go. I feel currently from your spirit panel, I'm feeling 2 and 1, which is a spirit animal. I am feeling a wolf that has been with you since you were quite young. And I'm also feeling a spirit guide and an angel. Spirit guide is on your left and the angel is on your right. They're talking to me at length about the guidance that you do really well with is parallel. You do really well with friends that walk beside you. You do, rather than in front of you or rather than pushing you around, you do really well with that. Walk beside me kind of saying on my journey. I also feel that I need to just kind of remind you, Tiffany, on how awesome you are. They're talking to me at length about how sometimes you kind of struggle a little bit with your how bright your light is. I don't know if you're nervous on shining out how bright or showing everyone how bright your light is, but man, you're a star. You're a bright, shining star. And they're talking to me at length about how you need to kind of embrace that. Don't be afraid to shine. If you're shining too bright for people, ask them to put on a pair of sunglasses. It's just, I just really feel that you're coming into a time of just shining who you are and letting that be kind of expansive. I feel like I just need to kind of be expansive. They're also showing me this backpack of life with some stuff you've been unpacking. They're clapping that you've done a really good job with your own personal healing and letting some stuff go. So yay, good for you, Tiffany. I think that's awesome. They are encouraging you to continue to dig. We all have a backpack of life, and it gets a little, sometimes we have to unpack it and sometimes we repack more stuff in there, but they're encouraging you to just kind of keep unpacking and keep working on your stuff. They're also encouraging you to write. There's and journal. And I don't know if you've considered writing, but you're quite creative this way, or if you want to type instead. But they're encouraging you to kind of find that space where you can just kind of write and channel and allow yourself to journal. There's also a reference to one of your spirit guides. Her name is Sarah. Our spirit guides are not our deceased loved ones, so the name might not, it doesn't connect to someone that you know. Her name is Sarah. The other guide, I haven't heard their name yet. Sometimes I hear them very clear and sometimes I don't. You can give the wolf a name, though he doesn't have one. Go ahead and name him. There's always protection around you, so I don't know if you kind of worry about protection or worry about safety, but you're very much protected. Tiffany, I also feel a mother or a grandmother energy around you from the spirit dimensions. She's not a spirit guide, but she's very much with you from the spirit dimensions. And what she has been doing is she has been encouraging you. This is really sweet. She's been encouraging you to follow your own stepping stones on your journey. She's like laid out like these stepping stones, like really, really sweet. And she wants you to know how loved you are. I do hope that resonates with you. Sandra, you're very welcome. I'm just kind of leaning in there for a minute. Sandra, I'm just kind of feeling out. Sandra, one of the things that your spirit guides is showing me is is I'm not sure if you struggle with a little bit of resistance, but they're talking to me at length about a little bit more, a little bit of a pinch, a little bit more of allowing, which is kind of allowing a little bit rather than overthinking, rather than kind of go too deep in overthinking. I also feel that you just need a bit of a break right now. I just feel like I can't get a big breath in, and I just feel like you need a little bit of a break. And just like it can be 5 minutes a day, or if you've got some time that you can kind of give to yourself. I also feel like I have to get you just a few minutes alone outside, and it's under a blue sky. That's really interesting, because quite often sometimes we need to go under a night sky. It's under a clear blue sky. Just to kind of, ooh, this is nice. It's to remind you of the endless possibilities, of, and the blue sky. There's no beginning and no end to a blue sky. You can't, it's I need to get you under a blue sky. If you can just kind of sit with a nice cup of tea or water or whatever resonates to you, and just sit and focus on a nice blue sky, I think that you're going to feel a little bit recharged. They're talking about filling your spiritual gas tank just a bit. Don't let yourself run a quarter tank. Always kind of make sure that you've got some extra spiritual top up there. And I do hope that that helps you. Fia, you're beautiful and inspiring. I'd love to know if there's any messages I need to hear. When I lean in there for you, did somebody, I'm going to give you to answer it. So if you're still on with me, I need to answer. Is there somebody that left here very quickly that you didn't get a chance to say goodbye to, like a sudden passing? I feel like the suddenness, or somebody that you didn't get a chance to say goodbye to. I feel like I've got to give you some closure. I'll give you a second to answer that. And I will scroll back down and come back to that. I also need to lift off all this worry. I'm not quite sure about all this worry, but I feel like this worry is kind of causing a buildup in my chest area. Like, and it's not a physical ailment. It's like a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of like, I feel like you're holding your worry like just above your heart, like just it's below your throat chakra and just above your heart. I feel like you're holding there, and it feels like it's worry. I need to kind of sweep that up. Lily Mac, thank you very much for the validation on our previous messages. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit more. I'm going to try to get to as many as I can. Catherine E. Catherine E. I'm just having a listen. Catherine, I'm not sure if you feel, I feel like, you know, when you're walking on something, that feel like that you're uncertain. Like, I feel like I'm walking on an old floor, or I feel like I'm walking in but it's representing life. And I just feel like I'm walking with a little bit of uncertainty. I'm not sure where my next foot's going to go. But I also feel, Catherine, that either you're wanting to know for sure outcomes, or you're wanting to know, like, it's almost like it's what they're showing me is you want me to look into a crystal ball and tell you for sure. And what they're saying is you're not walking on anything like in life that's unsturdy. You're very much where you're supposed to be. And also, you're not going to trip and fall. I don't know if you worry about making mistakes, or if you have a lot that you're concerned about not working out, because I need to kind of like, this is not me, what they're doing is I literally have your guides. You know that, I don't know if you ever played that game, but this is how they're showing it to me. Remember when you were a little kid, anybody ever turn you, and then all of a sudden they let go and you're like, whoa. You remember playing that? Yeah, I remember playing that. I don't do well with spinning. So what they're saying is that kind of how you feel right now, is that I don't know, I feel like I've been spinning. I feel like I'm spinning. You're right where you're supposed to be. Number one, you're right where you're supposed to be. Number two, where you're going next, you're going to find your way there very clearly. there is a bit of a journey for you, Catherine, on navigating your way through that. I don't feel like it's long. I don't feel like, oh my gosh, you have a long way to go. It just feels like you're navigating through some change that is all going to work out as exactly as it's meant to in the perfect time. I feel like time lines up perfectly, but I feel like right now, I feel like you're trying to hammer it, to push it. I need to get you to just literally soften and allow and trust it and know and walk with your feet firm. I'd like you, Catherine, if you can do me, well, do them, it's not really me. If you can do them a favor, if you can, either tonight or over the next couple of days, every time that you take, or not every time, but take a few really present steps, like really boom, right, left foot, right foot, and just feel that ground. They're showing me that you need to feel the ground, how solid it is underneath you, how solid it's solid. And I just need you to take some very aware and some steps with such intent. I and what's really funny is I have a spirit guide that's talking to me who's very, very, he's got this firmness to him when he talks, but he's very lovingly, but he's like such intent, just really, really stomp on the ground. Try that once or twice a day where you're just like stomping on the ground to feel the step. For whatever reason, you need to feel that, and just trust them. Just trust what they're saying. There's no harm in trusting the steps that you're taking with feeling how firm the ground is. I hope that makes perfect sense to you, Catherine, and thank you very much for coming out tonight. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I hope you're enjoying yourself as much as I am. Midnight. Any messages from my guides? Midnight, I'm prone to look something up in my spirit animal book. So I will often, a spirit will often ask me to look something up and read it to somebody. So this is what I'm prone to. And they just said to me, just open the book. So I'm just going to open the book. And what comes up, I'll show you here is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's a bee. So the meaning, now that doesn't mean that the bee is your spirit guide. What it means is there's a message. So spirit wants me to turn to this page and read it to you. It's time to get organized and get busy with some spiritual work. The idea that you want to implement and develop. Approach projects with commitment, diligence, and dedication, and you'll succeed beyond your wildest expectations. Involve several others in a cooperative and life-affirming venture, one in which everyone who participate will benefit, and if possible, one that involves an entire community. So, Midnight, if I just kind of translate that a little bit, I just want to kind of know if you've been working or if you've been getting organized and something to do with work or an idea. It doesn't have to necessarily be like a job. It can be like an idea that you want to implement or something that you want to develop. The bee is very creative in how it works, right? So there's got to be something that you're working on there. Approach projects with commitment, diligence, and dedication, and you'll succeed beyond your wildest expectations. So sometimes with a message like this, it's about, and I'm guilty of it too. I don't know how many times I've started a hobby. I've started so many hobbies. I never finished a project. And so for a while I had to really commit to something. So the bee is asking you to commit to your project or your idea. Commit to your project, your idea with diligence and dedication, and you'll succeed. The piece about community or an entire community could be like your circle. It could be your tribe. It could be your family. It could be coworkers or staff if you're self-employed. So it's encouraging you to involve those people. So Midnight, I don't know if you tend to, I have to just kind of ask you this. Do you tend to kind of take everything on yourself or be the person that can take it all on? Because you don't have to. You don't have to be the only worker bee. Ooh, that was beautifully said. You don't have to be the only worker bee. I love when they give me stuff like that that rhymes. Bless them. I hope that that makes sense to you, Midnight. And it's really awesome that they guided me to just kind of trust. And again, I just trusted. I just literally opened the book as to what you needed to hear, and that's what I got. So I do hope that that makes sense to you. Hello, everyone that's joining. We have a few new that have joined. Elise Davis. When I connect there with him, I pick up on the liveliness, yes, but I also pick up on a lot of humor. I feel like when he walks into the room, it's like that, like it's almost like a comedian kind of energy that walks in with him. Like I just feel that energy that comes in. He's talking to me at length about the month of October, significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. He's also talking about somebody that is with him. It's either it's either like a grandfather or a great grandfather pointing to your side of the family, though. He's definitely pointing to your side of the family. He's also showing me, this is really cool. He's also showing me that he's got a job up in the spirit dimensions. He's quite, now they can be, remember, spirit can be having more than one experience. So yes, he's always here visiting and checking in, but he's also very busy in the spirit dimensions as well. He's a teacher. He's teaching with the young souls that are both. He's telling me he's got both. He does both. He does the new souls that are coming in, and he's also kind of counseling and helping the younger souls that are returning to the spirit dimensions to help them with their processes of their journey. It's almost like he's telling me he's a teacher. And I love him. He's also very much talking about the vibration of being more light, of being more. So I don't know if you will know who he's speaking to. There needs to be more fun and more light energy. He's talking about just fun energy and having more of it and kind of stepping out and trying new things. He's pushing that your way, but he's pushing it in a big way to more than, I think it's to like the family or to his family, because he's pushing it in a big way on living it up, just kind of living it up. I also feel very close to the water here. I don't know if he liked the water or if you're near the water, but I'm really feeling the water. He's also talking about riding the wave of life, and he's also talking to everyone. He wants everyone to listen. He kind of commands an audience for me in the spirit dimensions. He's like, here, listen to me. He wants everyone to kind of like ride the wave of life. It's like he puts us on like surfboards and like just kind of going with the wave and just kind of going with the flow, and you can't control the waves. And sometimes you're going to flop off your surfboard, and sometimes you're going to stay standing straight and strong and kind of riding that wave. He wants that message to everyone. He is quite the teacher. Elise, he's quite the teacher, and he's showing me that he has, that what's that show where they do like Ultimate Warrior. When you take that, they take that thing and they kind of go up, he's showing me that he's leveled up in his spiritual growth. He's leveled up and he's quite proud of it. And he also communicates in a very unique way. He's very showing me things like that we can all kind of understand. And he's showing that we can all get that strength. He's like, you're all so strong. You can navigate through what we're going through in this physical world, time and space that we're in. And he's encouraging us to use our spiritual strength to continue up that, what do they call that thing, the salmon ladder? I think I don't know, but he just keeps going up like this with it, with you, and he's speaking to us collectively. We all have the strength to navigate through the physical world, to ride that wave. Bless his heart. Oh, I really enjoyed my time with him. Katerina I do feel him around you. I also feel there's also a female energy around him. So either mom or grandmom to him. He's going to him. That's with him. He's also talking to me at length about Katerina, about a lot of repeat numbers. He's showing me a lot of repeat numbers. He's also pushing the angelic numbers. It's the angelics that are kind of sending you a lot of support and a lot of love. He also wants you to know how loved and how supported you are. So I don't know. And I think, well, perhaps we all do kind of sometimes feel like we're kind of navigating alone through this physical world. He wants you to know that you're truly not alone, that you've got an army up there that's navigating with you. I also have to talk, if there's anybody, and I'll try and scroll down, if there's anybody that connects to a young male, when they were living, I feel like I'm around the age of 20 to 25. If it's 26 or 19, then that's to me, that's still close. That passed away very suddenly in an accident. I can hear an accident. I also feel it's male. I feel like he was the driver, and I don't feel like he's been gone very long. Not very long at all. He's coming through. He's coming through. He wants, you may not be his mom, but you may know his mom. He wants his mom to know that he's okay. He's also showing me. He's also he's talking 300 miles a minute. He's also showing me that he didn't feel the impact of the accident. That he left before impact, like spirit took him. He's also showing me mom's, and he's very clear it's mom's dad that came to get him when he crossed over. So mom's dad is passed as well. There's also a reference to I think it's the name Jim. It's Jim or Jimmy. There's a reference to the name Jim or Jimmy. There's also a reference to the name Michael that connects there as well. He's 100% car accident. He won't shift that for me. I can also tell you what he looks like. I don't always get their appearance. He's about 6'1", because he puts me over the 6 foot mark. I think his height was a bit of a joke with him. He's over 6 foot. He's 6'1". He's tall and he's very thin. In very good shape. He's also claiming well, he's joking, but he's serious because it's true. Very, 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 very good looking, like stunning good looking. There's also a real strong reference to the name Rose, or the flower being symbolic, and I think he's got a tattoo. I think it's a tattoo, or someone got a tattoo of a rose, and I think it's on a shoulder, because I keep seeing a shoulder that's spinning around. He's also showing me it's a black t-shirt, but I'm trying to see what's on it. He's showing me a black t-shirt. I'm just trying to read the writing that's on it. I think it's a logo for I think it's a logo, and I think he's trying to show me a garage. So either somebody worked in a garage or he worked in a garage, because now I'm smelling grease with this black shirt. He wants you to know that he's very much okay. Okay. Maureen McKinnon. I can't scroll past your name for a moment here, and then I'm going to go down. I'm just going to check if there's been any questions. Maureen, I need to know, Maureen, if you can just answer a few questions here for me. I need to know, as soon as I stopped at your name, I had a lot of pain, and a lot of it's in my back and in my legs. Did Dad have a lot of pain, or is anybody living or having a lot of back? I mean, it's a lot of pain. I'm in quite a bit of pain when I connect there with your name. He's also showing me there's something to do with a watch, or the reference to time. There's either somebody's worried about time, but he keeps shaking a watch. So I don't know if it's his watch, or if you have his watch, or there's something symbolic with time. He's showing me time. He's also showing me the month of February, significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. He's also talking to me. Is somebody hard of hearing? I suddenly need to shout. So I don't know if I suddenly need to shout. I don't know if he was hard of hearing, or if somebody living is hard of hearing, but he's not shouting at me, but I feel like I need to shout. He's also showing me the month of December being very symbolic. There's also a reference to somebody living who's a big sports fan. I can hear like a cheering stadium, and it connects to somebody living. I'm just going to take a little scroll down and see if anybody's answered. I forgot to do that. All right, sorry here. Okay, Pam, you're welcome. I will scroll back up and try to get to a few more. You're very welcome, Lotus. Lotus, I feel very pulled away in different directions. Maureen, my mom has had a hard. Okay, your mom has a hard time hearing. Okay, Maureen, that's why I have to shout. And he was too. I really feel I had to shout to hear. So Maureen, I'm just going to jump back in there for a second with Maureen, so that the live readings like this, when we can only communicate and chat, the reason I have a lot of integrity with what I do. And I just need to know that I've got the right person in the spirit dimension to the right family member here on the screen. So that's why I kind of scroll down to make sure that I've got the right loved ones with the right people. Maureen, have you been worried about mom? And I really need Maureen. I have his old watch. Thank you. My mom does. So that would be the back pain and the leg pain that I was describing. I have his old watch. Okay, Maureen, is that watch out? Because he keeps placing it out for me, like either it's on top of something or it's out. He keeps showing me that it's out. He's also talking about, and he's laughing. So I don't know if somebody or if it was him that would have thought, because he says little crazy, and he points at me, but very lovingly, for living. So either he would have thought I was a little, but he's very loving. It's packed away. Okay, Maureen, is there old pictures with that watch? I see old pictures with that watch as well. And the reason he's showing me this, Maureen, is he wants you to know that he's there. So he's adamant with evidential mediumship with me. He's adamant that you need to know that he's there. He wants to give you things that you can 100% say, oh my gosh, how would she know that? So I don't know if somebody's questioning where he is, but he's very much needing you to know. I need you to know I'm there. Okay, so I'm gonna. I hope that makes sense to you. I'm gonna go back up here. Maureen, I need to talk about your mom. One more second. Maureen, is she shuffling her feet? Because Dad's worried about her shuffle. Either there's something with her walking or she's shuffling her feet, and he's been clearing the path of things for her to trip on. That's what he's saying. Is Maureen, just answer me really quickly about her shuffling and her walk. Does she hold on to things? I feel like I'm holding on to things with. That's what he's doing. I feel like and the back pain has left. So bless. He's been clearing the path. There's a little bit about a fall risk there. Just kind of keep an eye on clearing the ground. She has spinal stenosis and walks with a walker. Okay, he's been clearing the pathway. He's been clearing the pathway, but he keeps opening your eyes to or whoever's kind of kind of checks in on her or looks. She's fallen a couple of times. Yeah. He's worried about this fall. He's worried about. I don't know if there's. I don't. When I say clutter, I don't mean that her living areas are cluttered, but there seems to be like a risk of tripping over something, and I don't know if it's yeah, I feel it's an item. I don't feel like it's earth. I feel like there's items on the ground. Just kind of keep that in your awareness for me, Maureen. And he's very much doing his best to kind of clear things. Okay, it's good to see everybody. I'm gonna scroll back up and try and get back to where I was. I was hoping. Let's see. Another human body. There's another. Okay, what's Wesley saying? There's another human body, nature documentary. Okay, robot. Okay, gotcha. I'm just trying to go back to where I left off. I'm trying to, guys, I work really hard with spirit to get to as many people as I possibly can. If you don't get a message tonight, I'm going to be on YouTube live again. I'm aiming for about every week to 10 days to get back on here and do some channeling for you guys. So I do my best to get to everyone. Okay. I'm so grateful to see you all. Like, so grateful to see you all. And I'll do as many as I can before I have to log off. And I'm really sorry about this, about these people that are spamming us here. Okay. Amy, I lost my best friend, baby girl Pico. Amy, I'm just kind of having feel there for her. Amy, she's showing me some upcoming choices. She's showing me some upcoming choices that are going to kind of lift off a lot of this heaviness stuff that you're going through right now. And one thing that she's saying is keep singing in the rain. Keep singing. That's, I'm not going to sing. Spirit will make me sing sometimes, you guys. It's not pretty. But what she's saying is keep singing in the rain. So, as you're going through a lot of these hard times, she keeps doing this with you've got this. I also feel with her, it's almost like she was a big emotional support person, even though she's a dog. I feel like I feel like she's was when she was here was a big emotional support for you. She's also trying to express the need to kind of taking off a few layers of yourself, like just kind of allowing that healing, allowing things that no longer serve you to fall, allowing yourself that space. And I'm not sure, Amy, is somebody not well right now? Is somebody living that you connect to having health issues? Who's not well right now? I feel like I just feel like someone's not well right now. She's also talking to me at length about the number 4, so either April, significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. She also has me in the month of January. She's also thanking you for being her friend. There's also a reference with her paw print. I don't know if you have it on you or if you have a paw print, but there's a reference with a paw print. That's very important. She's also showing me her picture out. Either you talk to it or you have it with you all the time, because she's very much with you all the time. There's also something I heard you either bring with you or you have with you quite often. There's also a reference to always being at your feet. She's still always at your feet. She wants you to know that she's still always at your feet. She's also showing me you have all of her things in a box. She's showing me this box. Or are you moving? There's a reference to a box. I keep seeing a box. She wants you to know that she knows. I don't know if you, she knows how much you love her. So I don't know if you struggle with, did I do enough for her? Did I do everything I possibly could? She wants you to know she knows how much she's loved. Very much loved. It's like you loved her like a baby. Zen, I saw the number 6666 today on a license plate. The 6s are actually very much about being focused on our thoughts materializing, raising your thoughts to get you back on track. So I don't know, Zen, quite often that can mean, and that's just the 3 6s. When there's a 4th 6, it's usually turning up the volume. All the angel numbers too, you can look them up online. They're very easy to look up. But with the 6s, for me, it's quite often on getting yourself back on track. Also with watching those thoughts. So I don't know if you've been feeling, I'm not quite sure, if everything's going to work out, just kind of shifting more into that allowing and that trusting. When I was praying for my dad in the hospital, I know he's going to be okay. You know what, Zen? I agree. I feel a lot of healing there. I do feel, has he been gaining strength? Because I feel like he's turned a little bit of a corner. If you can answer that for me, I'm going to see. He has that tattoo. Is he going to be okay? Zen, I can you if you can just answer me, Zen, has there been improvements? Because I feel like he's already making improvements. Like health wise, medically, I feel like he's been making some improvements. I hope that that makes sense to you. Okay. I'm just gonna see if I've answered or if anybody has spoken on anything that I have said so far. Oh, okay. I also have to talk with a does anybody connect to a fairly recent, I feel, year and a half to an accidental overdose of a young male? The month of September, significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. I don't think I've been gone longer than a year and a half. Oh, Wesley, can you make me monitor? Okay, let me see if I can do that, Wesley. This is only my third oh, sorry, Wesley. This is only my third Facebook Live, Wesley, so I'm going to try here. Add moderator. Okay, I think I did it, Wesley. There. Thanks so much for helping me out, you guys. This is only my third Facebook or YouTube Live. I'm usually on Facebook, so I appreciate that. I have a young overdose. It was accidental. I've been gone a year and a half. Yeah, it's definitely under 2 years. I've been gone definitely under 2 years. Male. The name Chris or Kristen connects as living, hard C or K. Definitely a hard C or K living. I also feel I'm in the States. I can see the American flag. So any of my American friends? Okay. I am going to leave him here. If he resonates to anybody, you can fire me off. Actually, I'll let you know what his message is. His message is that it truly was an accident. So I'm not sure if somebody is questioning if it was an accidental overdose. It was 100% an accident. What he's saying is, I knew the risk. I knew I knew what I was getting into. He's taking the ownership of that. But what he's saying was, my intent was not to kill myself. So I don't know if there's been some questions there. So if you know someone or somebody here has lost a young male to an overdose, he wants it to be very clear. There's definitely a reference to a hard C or K name. 100%. 100%. Okay. So I'm going to take a quick look back here. I just want to make sure that I've answered. I've gotten everybody that I've read so far. I've gotten no hanging questions. Okay. I'm just reading double check. I'm also just going to see if there's anything else that I need to say before I sign off too. I'm just going to, sometimes I just like to ask Spirit, are we sure we're done? Because you know what happens if I don't close the session properly and Spirit still has something to say, you know what happens? I sit here with some people who have passed and they hang out with me until either I go live again or I do a YouTube video or somebody reaches out to me. That's what happens. So I'm just making sure that Spirit has nothing else to say. And you know what? You're all such a beautiful group. Such a beautiful group that I've met here on the YouTube channel. It's just absolutely incredible how supportive and how open and how loving you all have been to me and helping me. Okay. Amy, I do. My friend made me a pillow of her I sleep with always. Aw, bless. Bless. Oh, I have a dad. Okay, I have a dad who's come through. Let's see if he connects to anybody here. Hopefully, too many people have left. I have a dad coming through. He's gonna. This is fun. I have a dad coming through. So if you've lost a father or father figure, lung cancer is 100%. He's showing me his CT scan of his lungs. It is a late stage when it is found. He passed away very shortly after, he's showing me less than a year from diagnosis. There's a reference to an A name, either Al or Alan, or Albert. He's showing me an A name, or there's definitely an A name that connects there with him. He's also showing me somebody that lived far away. I don't feel like somebody got there before he passed. He wants you to know that it's okay. He's 100%. I want you to know that it's okay that you didn't make it there. There's also a reference to either you wrote him a letter or a letter went with him when he passed. He's showing me that he's got the letter. Mandy Greenhill, do you understand that? Bianca, I will come to you, hon. Okay. Mandy Greenhill, dad with lung cancer. You didn't. Either you or somebody close to him didn't make it when he passed. He's showing me that he's got this letter in his pocket. So somebody sent him with. It went with him when he's passed. It's 100% in his shirt pocket. Okay. Is there a reference to? There's got to be a reference to an A name. It's got to be a reference to an A name. There's also a reference to a T name, either Tim or Tom or Tammy. There's a reference to a T name. There's also something very significant with this family going on right now. I feel like there's just something going on right now, because what he's saying is I'm trying to help you along. I'm trying to help this along. He's also, what's really cool with him is he's also, I don't know who needs it, but somebody needs to just do, it's okay. Put it all down. It's okay. You can't fix other people's broken stuff. So I don't know. And he's really firm with me that Tommy, there we go. Okay. He's really firm with me that you can't fix other people's broken stuff. Very clear. So I hope that resonates with you. Mandy, is there an A name? I feel like I'm missing something as well with the A name. I don't know if it's Anna or Andy, but there's something there with an A name. And you can't, and I don't know what it is with Spirit with kind of giving the whole group tonight advice. You can't fix other people's broken stuff. I understand. Okay, I'm good. I am going to go back up to Bianca. I just had a question. Does Spirit had any message about my path in life right now? Okay, Bianca. Bianca, I keep getting, do you have really good intuition? Do you normally have really good intuition and insight? Because what Spirit is saying is that you've got to lean into that big time. One of the things that you're going through right now is kind of trusting that gut instinct. But I feel like you've been kind of training for that for quite a long time. You've been training and working on listening. I am also really pulled to, has the carpet felt like it's been pulled out from underneath you? Has there been sudden change and suddenness? I just feel, I'm showing too much skin. I feel like there's just been a suddenness there. Has there been a lot of that in your life, Bianca? A lot of that suddenness, sudden change, sudden move, suddenness. Bianca, a couple of these questions, if you can just get back to me, if you can't get back to me here on the live, if you can just send me a quick message, I'd be grateful. I would be grateful. Mandy Greenhill, my name gave me a necklace with an A. Okay, I'm glad that resonates with you. Whew. We're over an hour of some really cool channeling. I felt Spirit was 100% spot on tonight. It has very little to do with me, you guys. Let me just chit chat a little bit more before I sign off. You guys are free to sign off, obviously, whenever you wish. Um, it has very little to do with me. I am a communicator. Sometimes working with spirit, it is like putting together a jigsaw puzzle. Sometimes we have to literally put those pieces back together. And when they communicate, because remember, I'm speaking to them in another dimension, or they're coming in here, and things can be a little bit distorted. They talk to me in bits and pieces with validation. The other part that's interesting here is just think about this for a moment. I'm channeling, they're giving me information. I've got a list of strangers on a chat screen, and the messages are coming through and are connecting 100%. That's the power of spirit. That's just me being open and trusting, like I talked about earlier in the segment. That's about trusting. You too can sit and grow that trust with them. Just try. I didn't question not once. I didn't question it not once. They tell me, I relay it. They tell me, I relay it. It's the same thing for you guys. You can sit in quiet and you can sit in just talk or communicating with them. What's very interesting though with me is I'll share a little something with you all. I'll share something. Several years ago, I was experiencing burnout with spirit. And the reason I was experiencing burnout was a lot of the tragic deaths were staying with me. So, a lot of the big tragedies. When I'm channeling like this, usually what I do is I say to spirit, okay, I want you to take it now. They will take the information. They will take the images. They will take the reading because it's not mine to always remember. Quite often, I will remember what spirit wants me to remember. The situations and the messages and the humor of spirit is very, very, very funny, which is why I will go an extended period of time where I may not post any videos on my YouTube channel, because spirit hasn't given me the go-ahead sign to recall them and to be able to share them, and then they do. Very interesting how they work. It's very interesting. As always, I am wishing you love, light, blessings, and a spirit guided night. Thank you so much for joining me. Wesley, thank you so much for helping me out. I'm really grateful to help me out with some of that spam stuff. When I'm channeling, I'm completely oblivious to what's going on around me. It's like I'm in my own little cubicle in the spirit dimensions that I'm coming through. So I don't catch a lot of the stuff that's going on until I literally stop channeling and go ahead and read. Much love, light, and blessings to you all. And I do hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take good care, everybody. Bianca, if you want to stay on a second. You're very welcome, everyone. Good night. Love and light, Miss Mandy. Much love.